right, what is up, guys? It is officially episode 2 of season 2 of Inside the LPGA podcast. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, listening, watching, whatever. However you are consuming this podcast, I'm just happy you are here. I am Hope Barnett, a host and reporter for the LPGA Tour, and I am alongside, as always, my beautiful, wonderful, and pregnant co-host, Emma Talley. Emma, how's it going?
It's going. I'm growing, so that's fun, and it's very cold in Nashville, so I'm looking forward to spring coming up and Valentine's Day.
Yes, I know. It's so cold in Texas right now. I didn't expect it. I walked outside and I was like, this is not allowed, especially coming from Florida where I got sunburnt. I was like, this needs to chill out.
Yeah, it's brutal. I understand I've never experienced like the gray blues before, and it's a real thing, and I totally understand now because with the LPGA Tour, we just follow summer.
You're always in the sun.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing, and I'm ready for the sun to come out and stay for good. Yeah. So that's that.
Same. Hopefully soon. I'm hoping for that. All right. Well, this episode is going to be very exciting. We have an amazing guest coming on, and I'm so excited for our viewers and listeners to get to know her a little bit better. It is last week's winner, or the Founders Cup presented by U.S. Virgin Islands champion, Yealimi Noh. It was her first win on tour, and we already did the interview. So like I said, I'm so excited for everyone to hear it and get to know her. But what a way to win. Like the first tournament she plays in 2025, she wins. Her rookie year was in 2021. She played on the Solheim Cup team. And then after that, like I would say went through a bit of a slump. And she even, kind of talks about that in her interview. But she started contending some more last year and even a little bit into 2023. And just started, it sounds like, honestly, like believing in herself. She made a few changes in her game. And here we go. Now she is a winner. So her winning score was 21 under, took down Jin Young Ko, who is a former world number 1 and also a 15-time winner on tour. And I actually just want to talk about that with you, Emma. You've watched Jin Young play and you've watched Yealimi play. Like, how crazy is it, one, what Yealimi did, and also, like, can you imagine I don't know, like, I feel like I would be nervous to be playing against someone who has had that much success and someone who barely makes any mistakes, as in Jin Young.
Yeah, it was really impressive to watch her this weekend. I got to watch all day on Sunday, and she was just it seemed like she was just so patient and calm throughout the whole round. And she just kept doing her thing, and her and her caddie on 17 were like giggling on the tee box. And I was like, wow, she's really comfortable where her feet are. Yeah. And I think later on in the episode, like you said, we get to hear like how she got that confidence back. And, for all of us, there are definitely highs and lows of the LPGA Tour. And instead of dwelling on her lows, she definitely has figured out how to make her lows a confidence booster. Yeah. And I think that's been a huge part of her success. And she was going up against, like you said, Jin Young Ko, who at the time she had 95 bogey-free holes. It started at TOC, and she was still 95. And she was actually trying to beat her own record at, what did you say, 115?
114, which is also the record in like all of golf, men's and women's. So
I think she beat Tiger. I forgot what Tiger's was before that, but she's the one that beat Tiger. And so she was going on 95 bogey-free holes. She was there was a 2-stroke turnaround though on 13. Jin Young Ko finally made a bogey, hit it in the bunker. She got a bad break, had an egg in the greenside bunker and just didn't get up and down. Made a bogey there, and Yealimi actually birdied from the cart path that's sand cart path, and she birdied 13 from the sand cart path, which was insane. Hit a really good shot, and then Jin Young Ko went on to make bogeys on 14 and 15, while Yealimi actually birdied 14. So a lot happened on those few holes, and then the next few holes you just see Yealimi like just honestly strutting her stuff.
She looks
going
so
into 18,
chill.
So comfortable. She probably has one of the prettiest smiles on tour, just so everyone knows. Like, she she is like Miss Fashionista. She just switched, I think, to Jay Lindbergh clothes, and she and Jin Young Ko should have been in a magazine on the weekend. Just side note.
They looked like models every day. I'm like, okay.
Yes. Jin Young Ko wore like a jean skirt, and Yealimi had this all green outfit on. Anyways, for the women that are listening, if you want some fashion advice, go look at Sunday's round. They're both super cute. But yeah, Yealimi just really looked solid all around on 17. She kind of hit a little left to avoid the water, and then she made an amazing chip shot on 17, saved par, and then kind of just went on to 18, a few strokes ahead, and she got it done. But she uses a broomstick putter, which a lot of girls, there's not many girls on tour that actually use one. So her putting the whole week was just phenomenal. And going back to her Saturday round, maybe Friday's round, everyone was going super low, and she wasn't really going low. And then all of a sudden she just blew it up, like I think it was 7 birdies in the last 11 holes, and up shooting 63. So she just did her thing, and she really looked confident out there. And to go against world number 1 that confident, I would say she's someone to look at the rest of the year. With the confidence that she's going to have. She's going to have a lot of confidence going in the rest of the year.
Yeah,
and a lot of freedom.
This is the perfect way to free you up. Just go win.
Yeah, just go win.
That's the perfect way to do it. I just looked at her third round, and she birdied 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 17, and 18.
Yes.
So, no big deal. Just a casual third round, 63. But she also only missed 2 greens in regulation. The last 3 rounds, she only missed 2 greens. And that's actually like, her iron play was incredible. And I was talking to her about it, and she was like, well, it's always been something that's been like my strong suit. But she was like, it's really something that I've like perfected and gotten to a place where she feels really good about it. But yeah, what does that say about how good she is with her irons?
Yeah, and she is a long ball striker too, which helps because she's probably not having quite as long irons into the greens, but it once again, it frees her up so much. When you can hit it somewhere on the green most of the time, it frees up your iron shots because you're not having to put any pressure on yourself on those approach shots. So you saw a lot of good iron shots with her throughout the whole week, and even on 16 she hit it a little short, but she was still on the green while Jin Young Ko flew the green actually over long left. So it just frees up your game completely when you're hitting it well. And a few years ago I saw her pretty low. I played with her in Cincinnati a couple years ago, and she was just not having that much fun on the golf course. And so it was really cool to see her having fun and enjoying herself and really, really playing solid golf.
Yeah, put on a clinic. So while we've already seen her highlights and what she's done, let's now bring Yealimi into the podcast. All right, everybody, please welcome our newest LPGA Tour champion into the Inside the LPGA podcast, Yealimi Noh. Yealimi, first of all, congratulations. What a win. That was so awesome. Thank you for joining the pod. It's been several days now since you won. We spoke right after, and you were like, it's all still sinking in. Like, I don't even know what's going on, but has it sunk in yet?
Yeah, thanks for having me, first off. And it has sunk in, not only the excitement, but over the last few days, the tiredness, all the energy spent into the weekend has finally hit me, and I've just been kind of resting and chilling and regrouping.
Did you get to celebrate yet? Or are you going to celebrate? Have you done anything fun because I know you had to jump on a flight right after you hoisted the trophy.
Yeah, so right after I jumped on that flight, I jumped on another flight the next morning to San Francisco, which is where I am now, hence the high rises. But I feel like every day has been a celebration, honestly. Not just like a specific event, or I went out to dinner with family and stuff, but yeah, I feel like every day has just been a
Aw.
Oh,
celebration.
that is so fun. I know you love purses and makeup and all the things. Do you have something in your mind that you're going to purchase?
I am looking up at a pair of shoes, at a pair of
Nice.
heels. So
Nice.
Good for
Love
you.
yeah.
That's
that.
so fun and exciting. I always was like, I'm going to buy a bodega bag. Is that how you say it? Bodega? Bottega?
I think
Bottega,
so.
yeah.
Wait,
But I
Bottega,
never
yeah.
won.
Hmm.
So,
Bodega's like the little corner shops, like the
yeah, you know what I mean. But I
Hmm.
never
we know
won.
what
So
you
I never
mean.
got one, sadly.
Well, you're winning now.
I'm
You have a baby on
winning.
the way, so you're winning now.
Yeah, I gotta
Exactly. A push
say, yeah.
present.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah, push present.
yeah, for sure. Yealimi, I feel like last year on tour, I've gotten to see like your career, from since you're a rookie. And I feel like last year you were always just grinding. I would see you with your coach on the range. I would see you guys on the chipping green. I would see you putting, spending a lot of time on the putting green. Were you trying to get something back, or were you actually trying to gain distance? Was there a reason or a motive of changing and doing a lot of things in your game, or was it trying to get back, or were you actually trying to do something to get better, in your game?
I was definitely trying to get something back. I lost a lot of confidence and back in 2022, 23, I had some rough moments there. But it's really helped me, gain the experience not only from the good moments but from the bad because you can't avoid those. So I think it's really helped me. But yeah, last year specifically, I was really trying to gain that confidence back. And I feel like you can only do that in tournaments. I mean, I put in all the work every day, but it really shows in the tournaments. And so, yeah, like every week, that's what I was just trying to do, just gain that confidence back. Because I mean, everything was the same, like the skill set. I mean, my swing, obviously, well, it has gotten better and more consistent, but which is what we always work for, consistently, always trying to get better. But last year, for sure, I was trying to just gain that confidence back mostly.
From a professional standpoint, I remember Tiger always used to say like it starts in on the range, then it goes into like practice rounds, and then it goes into tournament rounds. So like you're totally right. It's not really the same. Practicing and tournaments are not the same. So I completely
Hmm.
understand like that process. And you did it. You did it though. That's so exciting.
Let's
Yeah, that's awesome.
go.
And you switched to the broomstick putter. There's not many girls on tour that use a broomstick putter. I think
Hmm.
Annie Park's like the only other girl I can think of that has one.
Hmm.
When did you switch to it? How has that helped you? And you looked really comfortable on Sunday on TV with it. So give us some insight about the broomstick.
Yeah, I switched in like the late summer of 2023, and it was kind of like, like a last resort as a lot of people use the broomstick as. But yeah, I was really, really struggling with my putting. I mean, I could say I had the yips over like short putts. I just could not get anything going. Like I changed putters, changed grips, changed everything, but it just was so much mental and like it was so tense over the wall. I just could not do it. So I was like, I mean, my coach and my dad really suggested something brand new and something completely different. I had no idea how to even like grip it, or I never really paid much attention to people that did use it. So I was like, what is this? And like my coach actually made like a makeshift, like broomstick, not really broomstick. He just got like a long putter, added a
Wow.
shaft. It's probably not even legal. I was about to use it, but it was probably like not legal. We were talking about it, but it was just something to help me get a new perspective on putting and just completely different feel. And it helped me so much. And when I found the lab broomstick, that's just been a game changer. It's the best in the game.
Yeah, there's so many people using that lab putter right now. I've never put my hands on one,
Yeah.
but everyone seems to be digging lab putters these days.
Mhm.
I want to talk a little bit more about your putter because, yeah, watching you putt the whole tournament was absolutely incredible. Did you influence any players to like potentially get one? Like, did anyone come up to you and was like, you know what, I might try one of those?
Oh yeah, everyone like every week they're like someone's like, is that like what is that? They're like, can I try it? And like during practice runs, I mean, Alim, who recently won, she
Hmm.
asked me about it. She was always like, can I try it? And apparently I've heard some players actually ordered a few long putters just for like training needs, like
Yeah.
not necessarily to
Okay.
use it like on the course, but just for a training aid because it just provides it creates such a good stroke that even
Yeah.
if you use a short putter, people can use it as training aid. But yeah, and then she even switched to the lab putter, the same one as mine, the Mez, and she won. So it's
So
a
it seems to be
That's
working.
it seems
amazing.
to
I
be
didn't know
working.
that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. They were also saying in the post round like press conference that Jin Young like bought
Yeah,
one.
that too.
Like after watching you
Yeah.
putt with it, so I don't know if she's gonna just like practice with it or what, but I thought that was pretty cool as well.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
When I was younger, my coach would have me putt with a long putter, and it did help
oh
a lot. Yeah,
really?
when I was younger. Yeah, and maybe I
Yeah.
should have kept doing it.
I want to go back a little bit. Starting with your rookie year, you were on the Solheim Cup team, and you kind of mentioned like you went through some like darker times just like with your golf, but what were you like constantly reminding yourself during those times to get back to where you are today? Because you told me like you were like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna win, so like what did you constantly tell yourself to remind yourself that you would get back to here?
I guess just knowing, I never doubted that I could win. My whole
Hmm.
career, I was like, I contended a few times. Like I've won before, like in amateur events and junior tournaments. And, winning is something that you learn, and like you have to win multiple times in order to win, no matter the stage, I feel. And so
Yeah,
I
that's
always
so
told myself,
fair.
yeah. And so I told myself, even the junior tournaments, they all matter. Like in the end, it's golf. Like golf's the same on any stage. You feel the same pressure, you feel the same nervousness and excitement. So I always told myself that I know how to win, so I can do it on this stage as well. And I just never lost that doubt. And even through the hard times, I just thankfully had a lot of people around me too. My parents and my friends and my coaches that never stopped believing in me too. So even, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I had so many moments where I was like, not that like I couldn't win, but more like I'm like, where's my game? Like, why can't I do what I
Yeah.
did before and stuff? So, just having people around me never lose hope and belief in me helped so much. And I also would look back on my highlights from like previous years. Like I would like constantly look at my
Yeah.
highlights, just remind myself that,
Wow.
I
that's
have a
me and that
reel.
I can do
I
that.
love that.
A friend of mine said the same thing. They said that, like, I think it was Michael Jackson. He was like, no, Michael Jackson, LOL. Michael Jordan, pregnancy brain.
Oh yeah.
I think it
Same
was
same
Michael Jordan.
thing.
I can't remember if it was Michael Jordan, but I feel like it was. No, it was LeBron. It was LeBron, and he was like the worst 3-point shooter in the league. And his coaches put a reel together of making 3-pointers, and by the end of that year, he was the best 3-point shooter in the league. So I think you're totally right. It's like
Yeah.
your brain has to get used to watching, like reminding yourself that you can do it. And I've heard that from several athletes in the past. I did it for a long time. Because you forget that like we're all on the LPGA for a reason, and everyone has won up until that level, and that level is a little harder to win at, obviously, but you can still do it. You have the ability, and that's really interesting that you've been. Did you watch them all the time? Like, did you watch it regularly, or
Yeah, at those times that year I did, and then every time I would get down on myself, I would just remind myself that, that I would be able to pull these shots off or whatever, just have those good moments.
yeah?
It's just constant reminders.
I'm going to kind of go off script for a second, but I thought you seem so calm right now, and I was really impressed. I think it was on 17 T box. You and Tyler were just like, I don't know what you were laughing about, but you were laughing about something, and in my mind, I was like, man, she looks so comfortable. And is it from all that confidence that you had built up, or is having someone like Tyler? I know his personality is super bubbly and fun to chit chat to. Like, how does that help having a caddy that you're really comfortable with? And how were you feeling going into those last couple holes on the last day on Sunday?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think everyone knows that Tyler's super outgoing and out there and talkative. And when I first met him, I was like, wow, he talks a lot. But then as I got to know him,
He's a
I was
yapper.
like, he is, yeah. But then as I got to know him, I was like, wow, I talk a lot too on the course. So we've had such a
Oh,
great connection, and he's helped me so much. I mean, he just keeps me so positive and just really loose out there. I mean, on 17 and just all the holes coming up to the last stretch. We were just, I don't even know what we were talking about, probably something stupid. Um, but yeah, he's really great. He's helped me so much. Just be really like cool out there. And it's just, we have fun. We talk about all different kinds of stuff. So it's like, it's kind of like, even when I went into the round, into the week, it was like the first day I was saying that I didn't feel as much nerves as I thought I would, just it being the first tournament, shaking off some rust. I just felt like I was playing another round of golf, like with friends, and because I was playing a lot during the off season with a bunch of people, and it's like, just another round of golf, just having fun out there, really just having fun. It's so easy to say that, like people are always like, just have fun, but it's not that fun. Like this is our job, like we're trying to do well, and like we're trying to focus
so
and
true.
everything.
It's easier when your game is good.
Yeah. That's true. It's always easy when things are going well, but even when things haven't gone well, he's really good at just lifting me up and keeping it just casual. It's like, relax, it's just golf and just having fun.
Yeah. Speaking of team, you got pretty emotional talking about your parents and
Oh, yeah. I did not know they were filming that. I forgot that was being filmed.
But it was really sweet, and I think all of us professional golfers, like our parents have put so much time and effort into our career, as much as we have, really. Can you talk about what your childhood looked like and what they mean, what their support means to you?
Yeah, I think, for every golf family, it's such a team, even though it's an individual sport, it's such a team effort, and like you can't just get there by yourself. Like you have your coaches, your trainers, the people close to you, especially your parents, who sacrifice everything. My parents, my dad and I started golf at the same time, but my parents really pushed me to turn professional. Like when I was about to go to college and stuff, they were really rooting for me to turn professional, and I was like, at the time I was kind of like, okay, like if you say so, like
you say so.
Yeah, I'll listen to you.
You're the parents.
Yeah, usually the parents want you to go to college, especially the Asian parents. But I was like surprised, and I was just like, okay, yeah, let's go for it. You guys want to support me, then all right. And they really have given up everything for me. They travel. I think they're one of the only parents that travel every single week to every event. They're both of them. They're always there. My mom.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my mom's always cooking. My dad's coaching / watching. Not really. He doesn't watch on the course, but he's always on there with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's always like, oh, I see you play all the time. I don't need to watch you play again. Like
he probably gets nervous and anxious. He's like, I'm just gonna stay away.
Did he watch this weekend? Anxious. This past week, did he watch?
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't.
He watched it on TV in the clubhouse, I think.
Wow.
Wait, that's so funny.
I think he says he gets nervous, obviously. Parents, they're always like, you never know until it's your kid playing out there. But he gets anxious, so he doesn't want me to like, cause you know how you can spot your parents like so easily? Yeah, you can see that you can spot them a mile away. So he's like, I don't want to like, rub that anxious nervousness off to you, and like.
It's actually so nice of him.
Chill. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Whereas my mom, she just loves walking on the golf course and just watching me, and giving me snacks every couple holes, giving me snacks. So my parents have done a lot for me.
Oh, I love that. Speaking of your childhood, this is actually a great segue. I know you did girls golf growing up, and that's obviously a big, reason that the LPGA does what they do, is to support like young girls coming up in the game. But how much did that shape you? And also, like, how important is it to get little girls involved in sports at a young age, even if it's something they don't like stick with?
Yeah, I think it's so important. I'm so, so grateful for all the organizations in California and America. AJGA, NCGA, Northern California for me, and JGNC, Girls Golf, First Tee. All those organizations are so amazing. Like I could not have done anything without them. Those junior tournaments, especially the AJGA ones, and all the like state ones too, they're awesome. Like they feel like real, like they're like professional, like run tournaments. They're so good. The competition's amazing, and it really prepares you for that next level. It's so great, and I see it grow more and more every year. And those little girls on the last hole, when I saw them, they were so cute. They were so cute, and they're just so happy to be there, and it's amazing to see. And I hope it keeps going like that.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think I remember going to my first LPGA event back in the day, and seeing the LPGA Tour players. And now that we're there, sometimes you forget until you see a little kid on the side, outside the ropes, that you're actually making a difference to these young kids. Even just getting to be there at the tournament, they really look up to you, and you were so good with the kids. So I know that meant a lot to them.
So cute.
So cute. So
They're so
cute.
cute. They're so cute. And they're just so happy, like, to, like, get, like, a ball. I mean, for us, it's, like, no big deal, but they're, like, so happy
It's
to
so
get
small.
anything
Yeah.
and, like, tees, balls. It's so awesome.
It's so cute. Okay, we're gonna go. We want the fans to know you, and I know
Okay.
you love going to Korea. I would say I'd assume that's your
Mhm.
favorite place to go to on tour. I'll let you just be the deciding factor, but I also know you're a huge foodie. So do you
Oh,
spend
yeah.
like half your time when you're on the road on Yelp figuring out like where to eat? And tell us what your favorite restaurants are, your favorite place to go on tour, and just like I know how you decide where to eat at night, because I'm assuming that you are on Yelp a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have it, and I'm like super like organized, like type A. I'm like want to go, where to go, favorites, like all
Yes,
listed
I love
out.
that.
Yeah, I'm a huge foodie. Every single week, like that's like the best part for me, like traveling. I'm just like, at some point traveling gets to be so much, and we're like, like
Hmm.
moving around all the time, but I think that's where you have to really find the small things that make you happy
Yeah.
with all the traveling,
Totally.
like not being home. I mean, to think about it too, it's really cool what we do. I mean, we get to go to all these new places, and we get to go every year, find something new, find something great. And we're really lucky to do that, to travel that much,
Hmm.
even though it gets hard. But yeah, I love going to LA, love Portland,
Oh yeah.
obviously love Korea, just everything's so good. But yeah, I do that. Like beginning of the week, I'm like, let me find all the restaurants that we're gonna go. And it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I think about my tea times. I'm like, this is a late tea time, so we might go here, and then early tea
Oh my
time,
gosh,
might
I
go
love
there.
that.
Yeah, I'm really into it.
Yeah. There's a few girls on tour that I would ask questions, and I mean
And
you
Yulimi's
would
one
be
of them.
one of the top ones I would ask if I needed a question, because she knows her foods. Never a dull moment.
Love that. What would you say your like favorite meal is? Like, what would your last meal be?
Oh
Not
my
to get
gosh.
morbid, but
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, not to
Oh my
get
God.
dark, but
Yeah.
I've thought about that before.
Oh yeah, like your death reveal.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I love so I kind of changed that. I love like Italian food, pasta and all that,
Me
steak.
too.
Love that, but I really love Mediterranean food. Like good Mediterranean food is
Oh yeah.
amazing. So good. Yeah,
Nice.
I'd
Oh,
say that.
love that.
Yeah.
I'm
What's your
hungry. I
favorite
haven't eaten lunch.
dessert?
I know. Favorite dessert?
Because
I
I feel like you
love
always see little like pastry. I always see you post like little pastry
yeah.
items.
Because I love baking too. I'm literally like my kitchen top right now is like I'm like ready to bake after this
Oh my God, I
this
love
talk.
that.
Yeah, I love baking. So
Yes.
I love cookies and cakes. I love bread. Like it's like insane. I love bread so much.
Me
And I
too.
try
I
to
love
stay away
carbs.
from it, but like love the carbs, love cookies and cakes. Yeah.
Fun.
Yes. Oh my God, you're gonna have to send us a picture of what you end up baking. We can
Okay, yeah. Oh my
throw it
God,
in the
they're gonna be like
pod.
heart shaped too
Oh,
today
for
because tomorrow's
Valentine's
Valentine's Day.
Day.
Cute. Oh, it is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I'm making Patrick, my husband, he loves homemade cinnamon rolls. So he got me this cute little
Ooh, yeah.
mom to be, like framed our ultrasound picture, and it was so
Oh
Oh,
my
sweet. And I was like, I
gosh,
don't even
that's
have
so
you a
cute.
card. So I was like, can I bake cinnamon rolls? Will that be nice? He was like, yes. So I'm baking after
yeah. Oh
Like
my
this too.
gosh.
perfect.
I'm gonna make
Oh,
cinnamon rolls.
nice. That's nice.
I love that. Okay,
What are you
guys.
gonna
Little
bake,
Betty
Hope?
Crockers over here. Yeah, nothing. I might make some cookies. Y'all are seriously making me so hungry. I want something sweet now. No, I'm gonna go get an almond croissant. Okay, anyways, we're gonna move on from food for a second. Okay, Yulimi, now that you have gotten your first win, you're a Rolex first time winner, it's amazing. What kind of goals do you have for the rest of the year? Because you won the first like event really, other than like
Yeah.
Hilton, but like the first event you played.
Yeah, that was insane. I was kind of like every year, the first event, I'm always kind of like, shaking off the rust. Like, let's
Mm-hmm.
try to do good, but like, let's just try not to do bad. Like, start off the year
Yeah.
on a good note. And I was like, wow. I mean, on Sunday, I was like, regardless of whether I win or not today, I was like, this is such an amazing start to the year, and I just feel so like positive for the rest of the season. And I am, I'm thinking like, yes, this is going to be already, I mean, it's already a great year, but I want to make it better, and I have all these goals, but I am like thinking, there will be those hard times, like no year, no day is like, perfect. So getting,
Mm-hmm.
ready for those hard times too, or maybe just, like not as great days, whatever. We all have those, but,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, my goals this year, I really want to do well in the majors. Last year, that was where my weak points, all four or all five majors. I really want to do my best in those this year and hopefully get another win. I just really want to keep riding this positive way throughout the year.
Are you playing any events in Asia?
I'm playing all three. I'm playing
Okay.
all three,
So
yeah.
let's
So yeah.
nice. So ride that momentum.
Mhm.
Love that.
And the food.
All right. Well, yeah, and the
Yes.
food.
Oh
Oh,
my
I
gosh,
loved
so
the food when I
excited.
was over
Eat a
there.
banana
So
pancake
excited.
for
Man,
me, okay?
Oh yeah, and the mango sticky rice.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was literally about to say that. I survived off of mango sticky
oh
rice in
yeah.
I'm gonna
Thailand.
miss that
Mhm.
this year.
So good. All right. Next up, we have our SurfPro question. Because in golf, when bad shots happen, there's the mulligan ball. And when fire, water, or other damage happens, there is
They
SurfPro.
know how to make it like it never even happened. And that's where our question to you comes in. If you had one mulligan in life or in golf, where would you take it?
I would say my first LPGA event where I was contending, which was in Portland.
Hmm.
That is such a monumental like tournament for me, and it was a very significant part of my life, just contending for the first time and having a really good chance to win. I remember playing with Hannah Green, who's and was an amazing competitor. We kept it really tight throughout the last few holes, and I remember going, I think like I was like three up through like I don't know, like 14 or 15, and I made some
Hmm.
mistakes, but the last hole I think we were all square, like at the time. Um, and I pushed my drive right into the bunker on the right. But every year after that, I kept going into that bunker too. The next year, I also was contending in that event, and hit it in the same place. And I was like,
Oh
it
my
keeps me up
God.
at night sometimes, just like, why did you go
I
right
get
and
it.
like
I did it
on a
too.
fairway?
It's like it
Right?
kind
Or
of
like I feel
aims you
like
up over there because the left side,
it
is like
does,
those big
yeah.
trees and
The trees, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I would say that keeps me up at night sometimes, so I'm mulligan on that drive.
Yep.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh my goodness. Well, Yulimi, thank you so much for joining us. This was so much fun. Congratulations on your win. How
Thank
incredible.
you.
And it was awesome that we got to get you on right
Yes,
after too.
Yeah, thank you so much for having
congratulations.
me.
Huge shout out to Yealimi for joining the Inside the LPGA podcast, and huge shout out to y'all as well for watching and listening and tuning in, because we honestly would not have this podcast without you guys. So keep telling us what you want to see, because we do read all the comments and we want to know. Next up on tour, as we mentioned, we are heading to Asia. So first on the list is the Honda LPGA Thailand. Next up is the HSBC Women's World Championship, which is in Singapore. And then lastly, but certainly not least, we have the Blue Bay LPGA, which is in China. So three very, very exciting events coming up, and you seriously never know what is going to happen out on the LPGA Tour, especially in Asia. It always seems to be like the craziest storylines unfolding. So stay tuned. You can watch on Golf Channel. And I also have a daily recap show called LPGA Now. Don't know if you've heard of it, but it is a great way, if you weren't able to watch, to go see kind of what happened throughout the day. So be sure to check it out and come back here to catch the next podcast episode. Thanks for watching.